Hey folks, Kurt here with Mañana No Mas, and today is April 25th, 2025. And more important than the date is the idea that today is Etch Day. Etch is, for those of us that heard Kevin Geary speak, heard the promises of seeing WordPress in a new and inventive way. We all fell for it. We sent in our money, and today's the day. Today is Etch Day. Today is the day that they made the plugin available for early adopters like myself to be able to download the plugin and put it on our own websites. And so I've got a list of websites that are kind of like sample websites for me, or part of my portfolio, if you will. And so what I wanted to do with you is just kind of share the process of starting over. So I took one of them, which is called podcastwp.com, and I went ahead and reinstalled WordPress from the get-go. And so let's click here on our temporary URL. It's going to ask us to go ahead and install it, right? So now we have English. We're going to say continue, and I'm going to call it Podcast WP, and username is Mañana No Mas. And I am going to turn off the screen share for just a moment and put in my password that I use. All right, that looks right. Put in my email address. There we go. And I'm going to install WordPress, but I'm not going to tick the thing to turn off search engine visibility, right? So here we go, install WordPress. And that screen's gone, so I can go ahead and bring you guys back, right? So now it's going to say, congratulations, successful, right? WordPress has been installed. Thank you and enjoy. So now we're going to go ahead and log in. We're going to turn down the volume on the commercials. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and log into this thing. And now this is what we have. We have a plain Jane, just instant WordPress installation, right? So if you're new to this environment in WordPress, we got dashboard, posts. That's kind of where your blog post would go, first in, first out kind of file. Media is where you upload your pictures or your documents like PDFs and things. Pages, we can add as many pages as we want. Comments, appearance is where our themes are. And you'll notice here we have the theme 2025, which came. And what we're going to do first is we are going to add the theme. So the theme is going to be uploaded. I'm going to choose my file, and this will be the Etch theme. So let me go to that folder. I believe I have it under plugins with Mañana No Mas and Etch theme. So let's put the Etch theme in and install that. Theme installation failed. This package could not be installed. The PHP version on your server said, however, the uploaded theme requires 8.0. Okay, easy enough. Let's go ahead and fix this. So to show you how to fix this, I'm going to go back to managed hosting here. We're going to share this tab instead, and we are going to go back to our main screen. We're going to go to Podcast WP, and we are going to manage that account. And we are going to go to, where? I want to say it's down, Web Tools, change PHP version, sorry. Getting tongue-tied. It says you are currently on 8.0. Well, that's weird, because over here it says I'm currently on 7.4.33. So that's unique. Let's go here and select 8.3 for the heck of it. I want to give it a moment to make sure that that takes. All right, it says that we have been successful in that endeavor. So I'm going to run back to the theme, share this tab instead. We're going to go back to themes. We're going to add the theme. We're going to upload the theme. We're going to choose the file. We're going to go back to Etch, and we are going to grab the theme, and we are going to install it. Theme installed successfully. All right, so that makes me feel good on the inside. And so now we're going to run down to plugins. On installed plugins, you'll see we don't have any plugins installed. So I'm going to go ahead and add a plugin. I'm going to upload that plugin, and I am going to throw in Etch right here and install that. We're going to activate Etch. And I haven't activated frames or any of that stuff, right? So let's see what we have here so far. We have Etch right here, and it's going to ask for my license key. So I'm going to put you guys on pause, and I'm going to go get my license key and put that in place. All right, just resumed with you folks, and it says right here, Etch is active on the website. Interesting. While you guys are here, I'm going to go back to my Etch account, and I'm going to refresh this because I'll be honest with you, it took me a little bit to find the license key in the Etch account, and it said inactive. But now that I've activated a website, it does say active. So that's cool. So that is all in place and looking the way that it should. So here we are. Let's go do something. So let's take a look at let's go add a page. I'm going to go ahead and go whoop. Here we go. Straight into choosing patterns and stuff. That's right. I forgot. Show starter patterns. Show starter patterns when creating a new page. This is the new WordPress experience, is it not? All right. So I'm going to close this. I am going to call this the home page. I'm going to publish this page. Why? Because I can. All right, so now I've got the home page reserved, and I'm going to edit with Etch. And look at that. It looks like a whole page of nothing, doesn't it? We can add a section, a container, a flex div, a heading, text, link, image, a query loop, an if condition, or a custom component. Up here, we can go content, media, templates, styles. I like that they have the templates available right now because he said in the release that they were going to have templates available. So you notice it says content, future, media, future, styles, future. Okay, and what does this do? Unfold. Nope, doesn't do nothing for me. All right, so we have got a little bit of learning to do, or better yet, I should say, I have a little bit of learning to do. So down here, we can see the desktop view, we can see the tablet view, we can see the mobile view. Let's play with something real quick. I'm going to go back to the editor, and I'm going to choose a pattern. So let's say that the Stories podcast, look at that. Comes right out with a podcast. Hey, something great is coming soon. Tell your story. Tell your story. No, why don't you tell your story? I kind of want to play with something. So let's do this one. All right. And that gives us something to start with. Okay. And let's save it. Here was something that I was told would happen. I was told if we made an edit in Gutenberg, it would be in Etch. And if we make an edit in Etch, it'll be in Gutenberg. So let's check this out. There we go. Of course, it doesn't exactly look the same, does it? Oh my goodness. Core columns, core columns, core columns, core columns, core spacer. And here's our structure, right? This is where, yep, it's highlighting everything where we're at. Okay. And then these are all of our, and then more divs. If we open the div, we got core columns. Hide, see, duplicate, delete. So it's not giving me that content. I was hoping that it would give me that content. You know, if we were to go here, testing block update. All right, and then we save it. And then we go back to the WordPress editor. We're going to see it right here. And this is where I just put the, testing block update is right there. But let's attempt recovery. Let's see what this does. Let's attempt recovery. Let's attempt recovery. So I have to attempt recovery for all of these. Brings everything back. But it does. Does it look different? Nope, there it is. These were all links, and all those links are now not links. All right. So as you can see, I still have much to learn, but I am very excited to have this here. So, and here's the links, right? The links are still active here. But if we look at the href here, right there, I believe is where we're supposed to see something like this. Right? And then that, see it, yep. So somehow when we converted from blocks to Etch, we lost our links, right? So if I save that and I go back, yeah, we are still, that's not there. And let's get all this in place again. I'm probably driving you nuts if you're watching this. All right. All right. About the book. And then so now that I've restored that block, I can make that change right there and click save. But we did lose those links when so I gotta look at this. I gotta play with this. This gives you a good kind of, hey, what's Kurt seeing when Kurt starts to work on something? Got a big learning curve. Not ashamed to admit it. I got a big learning curve. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.